In 1985, the Kenner Star Wars line was tanking at stores, and Kenner had to start to turn their focus from the movie toy line to the Ewoks and Droids cartoon series that was still on TV sets across the U.S. on Saturday mornings. But Kenner knew they needed something to push kids to spend their allowance money on droids and Ewok figures more than just the figure itself. To give the kids a little extra for their money, they took a plan from their Power of the Force line, a free collector's coin, hoping kids wanted to collect these coins like baseball cards. This had not worked for the movie line and didn't help the Droids or Ewok line sell more figures. So for their planned 1986 Series 2 line of droid figures, Kenner wanted to change things up to get kids on board. Their plan was to pack the figures with a small companion droid that was seen on the show. Kids then would feel they were getting two figures for the price of one. The companion droids were not the same size as the standard Star Wars figures and did very little other than standing next to the figure. It's believed that this was planned to be for the Series 2 figures, but the prototype art cards for Series 2 still show the figures being packed with the coin. Some believe this might have been plans for a third series in 1987, but it's unlikely Kenner would have been planning that far ahead. There seems to have been no plan to do this with the Ewok series, but it seems unlikely, at least if this showed increased sales, that Kenner wouldn't have adopted it for the Ewok line. It seems that this didn't get much further than the early planning stage, as the only ones we have seen are Kick Bash prototypes made from other Kenner toys. Also, the wooden prototypes are seen much taller than what we would have gotten with the figure. The main hero of the show, C-3PO, was to come with a buffer so kids could pretend to buff the Go droid. Sadly, no photos of this buffer has been seen. The rarest figure in the droid line would have came with a hammer-looking droid, and R2-D2 would have came with a hovering sled to carry him over rough terrain. The Jessica Mee figure was to come with a conveyor belt type droid. This kick-based prototype stands about 2 inches, but most likely would have been scaled down about an inch. Jan Taj was to come with a small droid as seen in these photos here. Again, this probably would have been scaled down a few inches before release and probably in a different color. Iban probably has the best looking droid, at least from the pictures we've seen. It looks like a rolling droid with some type of cape. Again, this wooden prototype stands about the same size of a standard Star Wars figure, but would have been sized down pretty small before release. The information we have about these is not 100%, as there's been no official documentation about the figures. Being that we only know of Series 1 figures to have this companion droid, could it be that this was something planned for Series 1 that was later canceled and replaced with the coin? The droid and Ewok line was both canceled after Series 1 in 1985, along with the cartoon series. Without the cartoon series to back the sales of the figures, it's understandable why Kenner canceled the line. Overall, the concept for these companion droids is much better than the free coin, but I can see where a coin would be cheaper to mass produce.